Good morning, it's Faith at Faith and Books, and I'm going to do a garden tour, a midsummer garden tour. We were away for 2 weeks, and then we came back, and it's been a week. I've been volunteering at the Vacation Bible School at my church. I haven't really been able to get into the garden very much, but a lot has happened. Not all of it good. But I'm still enjoying gardening, even though I have so many defeats. Anyway, these are the hydrangeas. They're still going strong. They're kind of, getting spent. This area, I forget if I showed this before. This used to be our strawberry patch. It was really overgrown and full of weeds. We pulled it all up. I had a gardening company do it. We pulled it all up and they mulched it, and we're going to build raised beds in this area. So probably one long one here, and then a big, rectangular one here. And now, look, I can actually reach this peach tree. These poor peach trees are still very diseased, and I have to figure out what to do with them. And my roses have bloomed, and now their time is over as well. Those roses back there. Here are the St. John worts. They always get, huge. They're a little bit too much for this space, I think. But look here, we're getting figs. The fig tree is doing quite well, so I'm excited about that. Back here, the pineapple guava was showing some hope because they seemed to be starting to fruit, but now they look really bad. When I got back, I was shocked at how they look. They do not look healthy. So I'm going to get rid of them. We've had them 5 years and they haven't done anything, and I just don't think this is a good place for them. This is my cold frame, and I'm gonna put together the other one, and I'm determined that this winter I'm going to try to raise some things in cold frames and see what I can do there. This area needs a lot of weeding. That's not so good. My garden's always so junky. I have to really learn to clean up. Let's see, these are radishes that I'm just letting them be there. I never really got radishes from them. But I guess I'm kind of experimenting to see what happens if you let radishes just sit there. This is a zinnia that has yet to bloom. I don't get it. I grew it from seed. It has not bloomed yet. This is a peanut plant. We kind of had a tragic story with the peanut plants, and I'm so glad that after I planted in this one bed, I just went around and randomly put in peanut plants. Which was a better idea because something ate all the other peanut plants. Ooh, running into a spider web really early in the morning. That's a danger when you come outside first thing. So here's these 2 tomato plants are not doing so well. This is a little patch of weeds and carrots. This area was all covered with weeds. I need to put compost on it. And I'm gonna do sowing for the winter. So I'm gonna try to grow, oh look, something dug up that carrot a little bit. And look, and that's chewed on. We have just so much, I think deer and rabbits are always the things I'm fighting against. But anyway, I'm going to sow fall crops. So that's what this bed has made room for. Over here, we've got, this is a cantaloupe right there, and it's looking pretty good. And we got a lot of carrots here, and more cantaloupe. And I'm really proud of my marigolds that I grew from seed. So there's some there. And there's also, here's a pepper plant. The peppers are being slow, but you can see they're starting to form something. So that's good. So my celery did not make it. I think is this celery? No, I'm not sure, but my celery did not make it. It got crowded out. We had a storm and all these branches came down. Yeah, and this is another peanut plant hidden in here. So it survived. Then over here is where my tomatoes, most of my tomatoes are. And some are doing okay. These 2 don't seem to be doing much, but this is the Amish paste has come. So we've got some there, and over here we've got some, and we've got little cherry tomatoes, and they have been ripening. I have been snacking on the cherry tomatoes. So we are getting some tomatoes, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. You can hear my cat meowing. Here is my three sisters experiment, and everything's looking pretty good. I mean, the corn, why is the corn yellow like that at the bottom? I don't know. But look, tassel is forming. Look at that. So that's kind of cool. The bean plants did not make it over here. Oh, and that's a weed right there. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited. I keep coming out expecting to see squash borers or squash bugs, and I don't. Look, here's a bean plant. That bean plant's making it. And there's another one over there. So this is doing pretty well. I wish it was growing a little faster than it is. I just put some fertilizer in it. I need to fertilize better. I don't do that. This is the sad, this needs to be weeded, but we had all these peanut plants and they were eaten by something while I was gone. And it was funny because I asked my daughter, who stayed home because she had an internship, she didn't want to leave, to take pictures, and she took pictures and it looked really great. And then just a few days later when I got home, they had been all eaten. But look at this, we're getting these white cucumbers and they're quite delicious. I think they're lemon cucumbers or something, but they're good. You have to pick them when they're small. I think I really need to harvest the garlic bulbs. So that's something I gotta do. So yeah, so those are my veggie beds. I have all sorts of plans for the fall. Hope always springs eternal with me. Look at the yarrow has really come out. That's pretty. This is all yarrow. That's comfrey right there, the big green plant. These potatoes, I need to harvest these potatoes. They're not looking so good. My problem with the green stalk is I keep forgetting to fertilize. The catmint has done really well. That's my cat. But the alpine strawberry, look, there's a tiny strawberry, but it doesn't look particularly healthy. So I'm not getting a whole lot from these. And I think it's my own fault. I didn't fertilize. My nasturtiums look so pretty for a while, but they don't look so healthy. Nothing looks very healthy here in this green stalk. Everybody else is telling me how easy it is to grow things in green stalk. There's basil. Oh, look at this. The kids have been playing in here. That's another thing. The 6-year-old and the neighbor kids come back here. They just decide to put sticks in there for some reason. So that might be what hurts the growth. This is the upland cress. And again, it's not growing terribly quickly. Yeah. And here I potted some extra tomatoes. They're not looking so good. See over here. So untidy. But look, another peanut plant. That one's looking great, actually. This tomato's not doing so badly. Let's see, over here, this is, I had no idea that I was planting an invasive species on the west coast, but these are Himalayan thornless blackberry, and I can't wait for them to ripen. It's going to be fun to eat. I hope the birds don't get it first. And here's my mint, and my lemon balm has gone to flower. Here's another tomato. Here's the blackberry is really taking over. And then in here, this is crazy. Something came and munched on all my sweet potatoes. Look at that. They just chewed all the leaves off. Do you see that? So that must have been a deer. So how could a rabbit do that? Right? Oh, and something's eating the top of the potatoes too. So I think I need to get in here and harvest pretty soon. Other things, and in this area too, I also want to put more raised beds. But the aronia berries, aronia or chokeberries, are starting to ripen, so that's great. We have a bunch of these bushes, so we get a lot of those berries. So I guess that's it. Oh, I should tell you about the tragedy that happened to my chickens. I had 4 chickens, so I had 2 Buff Orpingtons, and then I just bought for $10 each some red sex link chickens, and while I was gone, a fox got them, 3 out of the 4. So I have 1 buff Worthington, and what I haven't gotten her out yet. I haven't fed her yet. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is give her away to somebody I know who has a farm, and I've already ordered 4 of the. These are golden buff, which I think is the same as the red sex-link, or they're also called red star. And they're just layers. The buff Orpington is actually a dual purpose, and I don't need a dual purpose. I'm not going to butcher my own chickens, I don't think. Anyway, you're supposed to butcher them much younger than they are. That chicken's 2 years old. So I think I'm just going to go for layers, because I'm really interested in the eggs. So that's that. And how long have I been talking? 10 minutes. So I can come out here. Yesterday I saw my first monarch butterfly, just for a second. Mostly I've just seen the white cabbage moths, which upsets me. But yeah, I did see a monarch butterfly. So maybe planting all these swamp milkweed and the speedwell and all this stuff that's supposed to be so good for butterflies is paying off. I don't know. But yeah, so. Okay, I think that's it for now. I hope you're all doing well. I haven't, I'll have to put up another video that ties in with the Sustainability July. But I just thought I'd let you know about the garden. Oh yeah, I forgot that we came back and we had 3 apples growing on that one little apple tree. And they were gone. I think they'd been eaten by a deer. And the tree does not look like it's doing well. So I have to figure out what to do. I came out here and sprayed it with soap, with peppermint soap. But of course it rains so much here. All that stuff is just, you have to do it like almost every day if you want to keep the bugs away. So that was sad. Anyway, that is it from me. Look at this beautiful comfrey. There, I'll end on that. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Happy reading.